The grant is fairly new. I just started in August, and today marks my 2-month anniversary. So I was like, oh my gosh, look what I've accomplished in 2 months. We really have this outcome, the amount of people here is overwhelming. I really didn't know what to expect, especially in time of COVID. But we really worked hard to not only promote it through social media and really engage people who have lived here for so long, and that they want to bring back our culture and bring back our voices to show how much of contributions we put to Ketchikan. And I do remember as a child having to be forced to go to dance classes every Sunday, because back then when I was growing up, it was a very rich and vibrant culture that we would have our annual fundraising festivals every year, and all the little kids would gather and dance, and then we would have big dinners, and the community would be invited, and it was the way we fundraised to support a Filipino community center. We don't have the center anymore, and so I'm hoping that this does light a fire under our community and show that, man, we really need that back. We really need, this outcome really shows that we're alive and we're here. We want to stay, and people want to know more and learn about us. So.
Abby Stevenson here with another episode of Live in Ketchikan. I'm here with Alma Manalbat Parker. She's from the Ketchikan Wellness Coalition, and this month is Filipino-American History Month. So, in celebration for that, Alma has put together a Fil-Am festival.
Yes.
Alma, tell me a little bit about what is in store at this festival.
Well, the Fil-Am Festival is in celebration of the Filipino-American History Month, and October marks that celebration. We are bringing together some Filipino food, games. We have some informational community booths coming out to support the Filipino community here. We have some entertainment. We have some demonstrations. I think anything that we could do to help celebrate and reinvigorate the Filipino culture that was so vibrant in years past here in Ketchikan. So
yeah, I'm so happy to see you creating this festival because I feel like the Filipino community is so prominent in Ketchikan, and it's just wonderful. Now, this event is for everyone. That is correct?
That is correct. It is open to the public. Of course, with COVID, we just got to watch what the risk levels are, but we are going to take any protocols and precautions as needed, but it is open to everyone in the community.
That's wonderful. So tell me a little bit about what is going on behind us right now.
So behind us is a high school age art class. We're making Filipino Christmas lanterns, and they're called paroles. And paroles are very, very popular in the Philippines. In the Philippines, we start decorating for Christmas in September.
Fabulous.
I know. Why not celebrate early? It's cute because the reason is because it's the Burr months, and if you really think about it, cold Burr. So we start decorating September, October, November, and then December comes around. So
I would just be decorated year round if I were in Ketchikan,
Christmas,
because I feel like I'm always cold.
Yeah. So the kids are making colorful paroles in the anticipation of our event, and the paroles will be decorating the whole of the community of Ketchikan in general, especially during the event. And we have 2 instructors here who have made them for many years, and they are just really excited to share their trade here with the students of K-High and Ravella. And we'll have other classes available too.
That's
for
right.
the younger
That's
groups.
wonderful.
Yeah.
What a great addition to our community, I feel like.
yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about the dancing. I understand there will be some dance classes to prepare for the festival.
Yeah, we're hoping we can pull it off.
Okay.
We're going to have some dance classes that are traditional Filipino dance classes. We have one called the tinikling, which is a stick dance.
Ooh.
It emulates a bird, the tinik, I think, and it's jumping through bamboo. So we are literally jumping through 2 bamboo sticks throughout the dance. So that's one dance. And then we are also going to try to incorporate what we call pandango sa ilaw, which is a candle dance, where we balance a candle on our head and amongst our fingers.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your role at the Ketchikan Wellness Coalition and how did this inspire you to create this festival for our community?
That's a great question. I was recently hired as the Health Equity Program Coordinator for the Sama Sama Tayo project, which is really trying to improve health outcomes for the Filipino community. And one of the Wellness Coalition's goals is to, provide a healthy community, which includes mind, body, and soul. And the culture is, I think, what's fulfilling of the soulful part of our Filipinos here. So this festival was inspired by that mentality of let's bring the health of our soul, and what better way is to celebrate our culture.
I love that so much. That's wonderful. So, thinking about the festival coming up, what are some other activities that will be going on aside from the dancing and the lanterns?
We have events and activities throughout the day. It's from 12 to 4, so we've allotted specific time frames for. We have traditional Filipino games that we're going to do that are going to be hosted by various youth groups. They're going to lead those. We have a Filipino martial arts demonstration. We, of course, also have a Filipino lumpia rolling contest.
Of
and
course.
Like a lesson, and then maybe who makes the best Filipino lumpia roll. And then, let's see, we also have, we're going to announce our contest winner for our essay writing contest. We also wanted to incorporate some kind of story to share how many of the Filipinos came from one island, the Philippines, to Ketchikan. So we did promote a contest in the high school and middle school and elementary school age groups.
And what do they win if they win this contest?
Well, Legacy Real Estate has sponsored the contest, and they are offering a gift card of their choice for first, second, third. First prize, I think, is $125. And then a $75 gift card, and then a $50 gift card.
Awesome.
I know.
So, thinking about sponsors, who are the sponsors and or people that are helping you to bring this alive in our community?
Oh my gosh, of course it takes a village.
It takes
to,
a village,
yeah, it
right?
Totally
That's
takes
what I'm
a village. Some of our major sponsors who contributed monetary funds include Peace Health, also First Bank, Salmon Market, and Legacy Real Estate. And then we have some in-kind sponsorships that are working, like the plaza is donating their space. This is all free on the first floor of the plaza. And then this actual event is sponsored by First Bank. And then just looking for anybody who's willing to contribute and
Wonderful.
Help out. Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward into the future, is this one of many events that you hope to bring to our community, or what do you see for the future with regards to?
Yeah,
sharing the Filipino community with Ketchikan.
Right. I actually think this would be a great opportunity to just really reinvigorate a culture that has been slowly just not forgotten per se, but maybe just quiet. So we are hoping to bring in more Filipino classes like Tagalog speaking. We want to bring in resources that maybe new Filipinos who come to Ketchikan might need to be connected with. Of course, the grant allows us an opportunity to improve healthcare access for our Filipino community. So I think this festival is just one of many opportunities that are going to be coming up in the future, and just really, again, reinvigorating our Filipino culture.
Yeah,
here.
that's
And
wonderful.
Just missing it. I missed it. I mean, I was sharing with you earlier is that back in the day, I used to go to class every Sunday to learn Filipino dancing, and then we would have to perform once a year for our fundraiser to keep the Filipino Community Center open.
Wow.
Yeah, and right now we don't have a Filipino Community Center.
That's right.
That's kind of maybe a goal I might make of mine, is to reopen one.
For me to be able to come today and to take part in this particular celebration of the contributions, long-lasting contributions of the Filipino community in Ketchikan, Alaska, it's just an honor for me to be a part of that.
Thank you all for coming. This has been a long time coming. I'm very excited to see this event happen. Years ago, I was researching their story, and I actually came across in 1900 edition of the Ketchikan Mining Journal a reference to a gentleman named Manuel Diaz, who had a Filipino restaurant in Stedman's, as they called it then, Indiantown, unfortunately. And no connection to the current Diaz, but it just goes to show how long Filipino presence has been in Ketchikan, and we don't even really understand it. I mean, if you go back to the 20s, people like Felix Zamora and Eduardo Lucas and Julie Cabinen, that's when they came to town to work in the canneries and started their families. But I think I wasn't even aware that there were Filipinos here as far back as the very, very early days. And it's a heritage we need to definitely celebrate. And I hope this is just the first in many, many of these annual events. And thank you all for being here.
Translation, language equity is a huge component in this grant, I feel. When you are maybe not an English speaker and you go to some of our healthcare providers, a lot of the information is not in the dialect or the language we speak. So if I remember as a child going with my grandmother at 10 years old, my mom would be like, I have to work, bring grandma to the doctor, I'll drop you guys off. And I was at 10 years old, the translator. So I don't think things are really working and really trying hard to improve that so that people in the healthcare workforce here look like Filipino, like they look like someone that's coming in, you know, that's visiting for an appointment. But I still think the language is a huge obstacle that many people face, is that they maybe not understand the medical terms that are shared with you as a patient. English, you kind of look at doctors and people in the healthcare industry as these, you know, well-educated, known people, so you kind of just have to agree. But if you don't know what questions you ask because you don't understand fully, that could be a huge obstacle. I think another thing is the lack of transportation. I invited the Borough Transit here, and they are really working at making sure all of their schedules and their information are in Tagalog, and they're also they have Tagalog speaking bus drivers now, and they are working at improving the routes to make sure that Filipinos who are predominantly living in town can have access to transportation to get to their basic areas that they need to visit or have appointments with.
So I'm Zarina and I'm part of the K-Highlights dance team and also the president of Fil-Am Cultural Club for the high schoolers. And Coach Alma asked me to play a game for the Fil-Am Festival, and I picked the Tumbang Preso because that is less harmful for everybody, so because of COVID. And this game it has a can and a flip-flop, and that's why Tumbang Preso is kick the can, but preso means prisoner, and then there would be a guard by the can. The guard will guide the can, and the prisoner will try to hit it, and then if he hits the can and the can's down, they could try to get the flip-flop and then go back to their safe place. And then how many times they hit the can, that's how many points they'll get. You can kick it, hit it with flip-flop, and the guard, if they tag them, they're out. But he can't tag them if the can's down. So that's pretty much the game is.
Cool. And you've played this game before?
I've played it since I was 6 years old, and I've been here for 2 years. That's why I still know the game.
Very, very cool. That's it.
So the dance is tinkling and it has sticks, but we didn't use sticks because we do not have bamboo sticks here. And we need a log under it so we can tap it, not too high for the jumpers to jump on it, jump off it. And this dance is usually at festivals, like this festival. And yeah, that's mostly it. Just the tappers will go in whenever it's open, and when it's closed, they need to get out of it, or else their feet is inside and squished.
Has that ever happened?
No, cause I've only jumped out of it. Even though if it was open, I was too scared to get my feet inside. Everybody's still scared.
Is it mostly, so it's just at festival celebrations, or is it pastime?
It's pretty much festivals, because festivals is we have performances most of the time. That is not the only Filipino dance. We just think of that because that's challenging for us, and K-Highlights is like challenges.
So in Ketchikan, is dance still a big part of the Filipino community in Ketchikan?
Dance, we have a lot of kind of dances.
Yeah.
We still do it. We do cheer, we do hip-hop dances, we do cariñosa, they just do this with a fan. They do a coconut thing where they do this, and tinikling.
What we did this time around, many of us Filipinos have like the traditional staples, and that's what a lot of the non-Filipinos are used to. The lumpias, the rice, the fried rice, the pancit or chicken adobo. And we took this festival as an opportunity to really look at what do people normally not see, and that's where we focused everything on. It was more like, let's look at the finger foods, the snacks, and the things that when you go out to the Blueberry Festival or 4th of July, you're not gonna see these things. But for us, it feels like home. So we wanted basically to invite you into our home, those kind of foods that just bring back memories. A lot of them are, actually all of them have to be prepackaged with COVID, and all of our food had to be packaged in a certain way for safety. So we really made it like finger food type of things, appies, snacks. We call it merienda in Tagalog, and it literally means snacks. And so it was our opportunity to share our snack food with you, both sweet and savory.
These ones have a scorpion design that they harden into them. Some of them will have like an owl design.
I don't know where my kids went.
Scorpion.
We got machetes.
Yeah, these ones are fighting sticks. So these are the ones we'll actually fight with when we're doing full contact stick fighting. So they're all made out of aluminum trainers. And then this is one of our two-handed swords. And yep, and everything from our machete to our axes and to our short knives. So all of our training tools. If we get enough interest, we'll run a Filipino class too. But the training's good. So we do everything from open hands to sticks to knives to short swords to trapping hands.
Okay. Yeah, and then hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so hit up top. Hit the bottom one.
Now you come from a family that is here in Ketchikan, right?
Correct.
You moved to Ketchikan when you were in 2nd grade, am I
Yeah,
correct?
yes. I'm gonna age myself, like in 1980.
Okay.
Yeah. But there have been Filipinos here since like the 1920s. I know the first Filipino community center in the entire state of Alaska was here in Ketchikan.
Wow.
Yeah. So Ketchikan is a very a vibrant Filipino culture back in the day, and I think that we just need to bring it back and you know, acknowledge what we have, the valuable assets that we have within our community.
Well, thank you very much for shining a spotlight on what a beautifully diverse and vibrant community that we do have here in Ketchikan. And it's wonderful to see events like this that are open to everyone to learn more and collaborate. So thank you very much for what you're doing, Alma.
Salamat for you.
Salamat.